एक ओंकार सतनाम एक ओंकार सतनाम एक ओंकार सतनाम एक ओंकार सतनाम करता निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद छत आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच सोचे सोच न हो गई जे सोची लखवार चुपे चुप न हो गई जे लाई रहा लिवतार भुखिया भुख न उतरी जे बन्ना पुरिया पार सहस्याणपा लख होए ताइक नाम चले नाल किव सच यारा होइए किव कूड़े टुटे पाल हुक्म रजाई चलना नानक लिखिया नाल हुक्मी होवन नाका हुक्म न कहया जाई हुक्मी होवन जी हुक्म मिले वडियाई हुक्मी उत्तम हुक्म लिख दुख सुख पाइए एक ना हुक्मी बख्शी एक हुक्मी सदा पवाए हुक्मी अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्म जे बुझे ताहू में कहे न कोई एक सतनाम एक This next kalam, this next Sufi verse is written by a poet who wrote beautifully. The poet says that in every state of my being, I am yours. In my darkness, I am yours. In my light, I am yours. In my sorrow, I am yours. In my ecstasy, in my sadness, I am yours. In my joy, in my sanity, in my insanity. In every state of my being, I am yours. Of you I was born, to you I shall return. मैं होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ राज अगर तो तेरा हूँ, अफसाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ. I went to the door of the beloved. I went to the door of the beloved, and I knocked. A voice from within asked, "Who is there?" A voice from within asked, "Who is there?" I answered, "It is I." I answered, "It is I." The voice said, "There is no room here for you and I." And the door did not open. A year later, I went back to the door of the beloved, and I knocked. A voice from within asked, "Who is there?" A voice from within asked, "Who is there?" I answered, "It is you." I answered, "It is you." And that is when the door opened. That is when the door opened. मैं होश में हूँ, मैं होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, मैं होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, मैं होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, राज अगर हूँ, राज अगर तो तेरा हूँ, राज अगर, राज अगर, राज अगर तो तेरा हूँ, अफसाना अफसाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, अफसाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, मैं होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, होश में हूँ तो तेरा इस तेरी तजल्ली तजल्ली, इस तेरी तजल्ली के कुर्बान, 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 कुर्बान तजल्ली हर उन्वान, इस तेरी तजल्ली के कुर्बान, कुर्बान तजल्ली हर मैं शम्मा भी हूँ,
शम्मा भी हूँ,
मैं शम्मा भी हूँ, शम्मा भी हूँ, शम्मा भी हूँ, शम्मा भी हूँ मैं, शम्मा भी हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, परवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, परवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ मैं, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ मैं, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ। हर जर्रा ज़हीन की ज़हीन की, हर जर्रा ज़हीन की हस्ती का तस्वीर है तेरी सर तापा, वो काबाए दिल, वो काबाए दिल, काबाए दिल, काबाए दिल, काबाए दिल, वो काबाए दिल ढाने वाले बुत खाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, बुत खाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ मैं, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, दीवाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, राज अगर तो तेरा हूँ, अफसाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, अफसाना हूँ तो तेरा हूँ मैं, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ, होश में हूँ, होश में हूँ तो तेरा हूँ मैं, तेरा हूँ, तेरा हूँ मैं, तेरा हूँ, तेरा हूँ मैं, तेरा हूँ। Abide with me. Fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens. Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts will thee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. I need thy presence every passing hour. Watch but thy grace can foil the tempter's bar. Who like thyself, my guide and stay can be, through cloud, through sunshine, abide with me. I fear no foe, with thee at hand to bless. Ills have no weight and 'tis no bitterness. Where is death's sting? Where grave thy victory? I triumph still if thou abide with me.
हाँ, मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। ना तीरथ में ना मूरत में, ना तीरथ में ना मूरत में, ना एकांत निवास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में।
ना मंदिर में, ना मंदिर में, ना मस्जिद में, न काबे कैलाश में, ना मैं जप में, ना मैं तप में, ना मैं व्रत उपवास में, ना मैं क्रिया कर्म में रहता, ना ही योग संन्यास में, ना ही प्राण में, ना ही पिंड में, ना ब्रह्मांड आकाश में, ना मैं भ्रिकुटी भंवर गुफा में, सब श्वासन की श्वास में खोजी होए तुरंत मिल जा इस पल की तलाश में। कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, मैं तो हूं विश्वास में, मैं तो हूं विश्वास में।
मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। ना तीरथ में ना मूरत में, ना तीरथ में ना मूरत में, ना एकांत निवास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में।
Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes, shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning rays and earth's vain shadows for thee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me. In life, in abide with me. Sorry, Baba. This next verse is by Kabir Das. Kabir Das talks of the immortality of the soul in this verse. He says, how can I ever leave you if I was never here? And by that very same logic, I could always be here if you remember me every time you utter the name of the Lord. He says, I am the sweetness of life, and I am the bitterness too. I am the giver, but I am the receiver too. I am every man, I am every woman, I am in every label, Hindu and Mussalman too. How can I ever leave if I was never here? But if you should need me, just utter the name of the Lord and I shall be here. I am the fish and I am the fisherman who casts his net. I am your yesterday, your today and your tomorrow. And I will forever live on in the name of the Lord. Whenever you utter his name, in every breath I shall be there. Aunga na jaunga, जीऊंगा न मरूंगा, गुरु के सबद में राम राम रहूंगा. पूछा पूछा कि कौन है तू? बोला बंदा तेरा. बोला बंदा तेरा. पूछा कि आया है क्यों? बोला लेने सदका तेरा. बोला लेने सदका तेरा. पूछा कि साथ कब तक? पूछा कि साथ कब तक? बोला तेरी पुकार जब तक. तेरी पुकार जब तक. तेरी पुकार जब तक. आऊंगा न जाऊंगा. आऊंगा न जाऊंगा. जीऊंगा न मरूंगा. आऊंगा न जाऊंगा. जीऊंगा न मरूंगा. गुर के सबद में. गुर रहूँगा, राम राम रहूँगा, आऊँगा जाऊँगा, जीऊँगा मरूँगा। आप कटोरा आप थारी, आप कटोरा आप थारी, आप कटोरा आप थारी, आप पूरक आप नारी, आप पूरक आप नारी, आप सदा फल आप नींबू, आप सदा फल आप नींबू, आप मुसलमान आप हिंदू, आप मुसलमान आप हिंदू, आऊँगा न जाऊँगा, जीऊँगा न मरूँगा, आऊँगा न जाऊँगा, जीऊँगा न मरूँगा। आपे मच कछ आपे जा, आपे मच कछ आपे जा, आपे जीवर आपे का, आपे जीवर आपे का, कहे कबीर हम नाही रे नाही, कहे कबीर हम नाही रे नाही, कहे कबीर हम नाही रे नाही, ना हम जीवत ना मोयल माय, ना हम जीवत ना मोयल माय, आऊँगा न जाऊँगा, जीऊँगा न मरूँगा, आऊँगा न जाऊँगा, जी राम राम रहूँगा, राम 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 रहूँगा।
अद्वैतमनन्द रूपम् अरूपम् ब्रह्मोऽहम् ब्रह्मस्वरूपोऽहम्
Do not stand at my grave and weep. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am in 1,000 winds that blow. I am the softly falling snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you wake in the morning's hush, I am the swift, uplifting rush of quiet birds in circling flight. I am the soft starlight at night. When you see the sunset fair, I am the scent of the evening air. I am in the flowers that come to bloom. I am with you in a quiet room. I am in the voice of the birds that sing. I am in each lovely thing. I am the love of family and friend. I am the song that will never end. So do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Do not stand at my grave bereft. I am not there. I have not left. I am not there. I have not left.
Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Purnamadaha Purnamindam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Purnamadaha Purnamindam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
We will now be playing two voice messages of Mr. Puri's friends who couldn't be here. They've sent their tributes, and we will be playing them for you now.
Kitu, my dear friend, you were like a brother to me. We had agreed no mourning and crying on this occasion, just celebrate your life on earth with memories of the good times. I should clarify many good times that we had together. Starting at 66 Oxford Gardens, where we shared a bedroom which turned into a cricket pitch on weekends and also served as a mass sleeping room for the leftovers of our many parties. It's a miracle that we survived them, but we did. Memories of the wonderful and boozy holidays spent together. Firstly Paris, and then Amritsar, Kashmir, Gulmarg, Ranthambore, Tejwala, Phuket, Bangkok, Singapore, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, and finally Goa. All of these wonderful memories. And let's not forget the many sporting activities that we embarked on together. You taught me bridge and rummy. I gave up squash the day you beat me. And arguing after the all-nighter when you told me you knew you were wrong but had gone too far to turn back. Our many golfing days together, including us getting our A membership at the same meeting. And finally, the many, 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 many whiskies that we have drunk together, culminating in that brilliant Johnny Walker Spring edition that we shared just before I left India this year. Today, I will definitely be toasting you and wishing you a great new experience. Please identify all the places and things we can do together when I finally join you there on the other side. I will miss you, but I will definitely never forget you.
We will always have fond memories of the good times we spent with Kitu and Nita in Delhi and San Francisco over the past 50 years. In the mid 70s, we made a few trips to Corbett Park together. On one of the trips, I was persuaded by Kitu that we should all travel to the park in my new Fiat car. Driving through one of the streams in the park, the car hit a rock and the fuel tank was cracked and the fuel slowly drained away. On our journey back to Delhi, we had to travel with a full canister of petrol inside the car with a pipe attached to the engine. Kittu sat with the canister between his legs on the front seat and insisted on smoking during the drive home, oblivious to everyone's pleas to stop. It's a miracle we didn't blow up, and I am sure that when my blood pressure problem started, it was then. Nita and Vinu took to drinking thereafter. There are many stories of our golfing days, too many to relate here. It became a joke in the clubhouse with our fellow golfers, and Bedi Saab, who was the starter, who all wondered on which hole the argument fighting and walk-off from the course would occur. Would these chaps finish 18 holes? Or would our dear friend pretend he is having a heart attack because he was 6 down on the front nine and wanted to call all bets off? This is a true story. Ask our playing partners Ranjit and Arun, who were there that day and witnessed this. So we rushed Kittu off the golf course to the doctors, who said nothing was wrong with Kittu. In fact, he was as strong as a bull. I have so many memorable stories of my dear friend Kittu, which I will always treasure. Rest in peace, Kittu. I will miss you, and so will the rest of my family. We hope our friend is in a better place and is now at peace. Love to all of you, Firdos and Binu.
Thank you, Sonam. That is very beautiful. Good evening, all. My name is Gautam Nair, and I am very deeply privileged to say that I am Kitu Puri's cousin. Different surnames, same maternal grandparents. Our mothers were sisters. Most of you knew him as Kitu. A few, perhaps very few, I'd guess, knew him as Rajeev. But for my siblings, Vicky and Meera, and myself, he was simply Kitu Bhai. He was always the larger-than-life big brother to us while we were growing up. And my first memories of him are from early childhood in the 60s, when we were in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. And Kitu Bhai came to holiday with us after he had finished his school finals from Sherwood. In a couple of days, he had chatted up this very pretty head girl of my school. And I was the go-between who would carry the parchis between the two of them. These were the pre-mobile days. I was some 7 or 8 years old then. And my social status in the school skyrocketed because she would seek me out every evening, every afternoon to give me a note for him and waylay me every morning for a response. And then Kitu Bhai went on to London to do his chartered accountancy. And you heard that the first recording from his old and dear friend Ranjit Raj. My mother, who is here with us today, her favorite anecdote about a favorite nephew is when she was passing through London and stayed for a few days with Kitu. He then shared a friend with 2 or 3 of his buddies, including Ranjit. And she was shocked when she saw the condition of that apartment. And after they left for work, she spent a few hours cleaning up and just getting that place, which according to her would be more livable. When they returned from work and she told Kitu about this, his response was classic Kitu. She said, "Auntie, we spent 3 days cleaning up before you came." And Kitu continued to inspire us in later life. When Nita and he married in 1971, she worked in Air France, and this entitled them to some travel privileges. By then, Kirubai had become an accomplished cook, and he would despair at not getting the right ingredients in INA market for his famous Thai food preparations. This was in the 1970s when international air travel was a big deal, and if somebody from the family was going overseas, half the family would come to see him off or to receive somebody when they came back. But here was our Kitubai, who would think nothing of nonchalantly flying to Bangkok over the weekend so he could stock up on his nampla and other unpronounceable Thai ingredients. It was a standard operating protocol for all those who knew the Puri household well to skip the previous meal when you went to their home for lunch or dinner because the food was simply to die for. He rekindled for me my childhood interest in shikar. And I have lovely memories of driving out of Delhi in the bitter cold of January and February at 4 a.m. in the morning, heading for the partridge fields of Haryana. It would be even better when we came back and got to sample some of the most brilliant titar curry which would come out of Kittu's magical kitchen. Kitubai lived life on his terms. If he liked you, he would do anything for you. He was very fond of my mother. And when she was in escorts for emergency surgery following a stroke, escorts those days was very tough on visiting hours, particularly in the ICU, and only people with passes only at particular times in the late afternoon. But Kitubai would land up there at 6 in the morning every day for the 7 or 8 days that she was there. Managed to get into the ICU, spend time with her, spend time with the doctors and the nursing staff, and come out at about 7 o'clock and give us a complete update on her medical situation. Given his huge zest for life, his huge appetite for living, it was absolutely heartrending for us to see the terrible ravages of the disease and how it had affected him. And for me, one of life's finest lessons in love, in determination, in support, and in caregiving has been to see how Nita, Aisha, Abhishek, little Zahan, Bittu Didi, and Bindya rallied to support him through this hugely difficult time. Nita in particular, with her trademark, "I'm not going to let this get me down" attitude, was absolutely extraordinary. Nita, Aisha, some words from one of India's greatest sages, J. Krishnamurti, which resonated with me and which I hope will help you in the difficult time ahead. Tell your friends that in his death, a part of you dies and goes with him. Wherever he goes, you also go. He will not be alone. And neither will you, Nita and Aisha. Our Kitubai will always be with you. Om Shanti Shanti.
Over the last few days, I've been thinking of my earliest memory of Kitu Mama. I'm so sorry. And it's a doll he gave me when he came back from London was a beautiful doll. And throughout his life, he gave me beautiful gifts. But his most precious gift was his love and the way he took care of me when I came back from Canada. And for that, I'll always be grateful. Love you, Kitu Mama, wherever you are. Our uncle Suraj Puri has sent something beautiful that he's written. I don't think I'm up to reading it. Aisha, please come up.
God, I think I need glasses. Kitu is and always will be alive in my heart and my mind's eye. I share a lifetime of memories with him like no other. I can clearly see him sitting by my side on top of a tent as we all lived during the partition. The year was 1948, ever mischievous, starting at the tender age of 4 and all through adulthood. He would slide down the sides of the tent at unpardonable speeds. Those were the wonderful days of playing together with absolutely nothing to our names and no worries in the world. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves with no idea of what is really happening around us. Kitu was again with me at Sherwood High School, where we played far harder than we studied. He grew up to be a true family man, helping, caring, and looking after not only his family, but quite literally everyone, from the caddies to the kitchen staff at the golf club. Kitu endeared himself to all those around him. No matter the geographic distance between us, we remained close. He acted as a younger brother to me, looking after my beloved Anjali when she was recovering from cancer in 2012. At that time, Kitu would visit us every evening, performing his own brand of Reiki, most often laughing through the session with a glass of whiskey in his hand. A few years later, Kitu surprised the daylights out of me by showing up at my 70th birthday celebration in California. His arrival at that party was the most lovely gift I was fortunate enough to have received that year. And that is how I will remember him, a joyful gift from the universe, a brother in arms, a dear friend who loved and supported everyone around him with all that he had throughout his life. My father didn't want anyone to mourn his death, but he wanted his life to be celebrated. So I thank you for coming. Please join us for tea.